Erica Hoffman on behalf of the California School Boards Association, and I will just keep it very simple for everything that has been mentioned, for the need to provide that bridge ability until we do have full-blown instructional materials. We are fully in support of the measure. Thank you.
Thank you. More support coming.
Good morning. Kathy McBride on behalf of Superintendent of Public Instruction Tom Torlakson. We are moving towards a formal position on this bill, but we realize it's an extremely important measure that is critical to the short-term implementation of Common Core.
Thank you.
Isabel Garcia on behalf of the California Teachers Association. We also don't have a formal position, but we support the concepts, want the bill to move on. The implementation of the Common Core standards and the flexibility and the transition in this bill is very important. Thank you.
Thank you.
Andrew Keller on behalf of San Francisco Unified School District. Our board adopted a position on Monday in support.
Thank you.
Dale Shimasaki with the Association of American Publishers. We have a support of amended position on the bill. We've submitted a letter suggesting 2 amendments. One is on the submission of the materials that were called for in the bill. The term supplemental is used. That oftentimes get confusing because traditionally supplemental materials are never called for in an adoption. So rather than using the term supplemental, we would recommend using the word transitional, so that's not confusing to both the publishing industry and to the curriculum people who are used to using the materials in the field. The second suggested amendment, or something that needs to be looked at, is on the district adoption portion of the measure. The state constitution requires that the state board adopt instructional materials for use in the classroom. To the extent that the district design materials for grades 1 through 8 are designed as an adoption or asserted as an adoption, there may be an issue of having some sort of state board review or certification of what is produced. We're looking into that with our legal people to find out if that's an issue or not, and we're working with the author to try to get clarification on that. But in any event, if there are district design materials, we would encourage that the district design materials meet some of the same important criteria that you call for on materials submitted by publishers. For example, meeting legal and social compliance, making sure that the materials are not racist or sexist or discriminatory in any way, that they do have supports for English learners and have universal access to the materials for students with disabilities, and they meet the standards and frameworks and all the other kind of critical requirements that we have at the state level.
Thank you. Any opposition? Come forward. I do have a question of the author. If it really is just a bridge, would you consider a sunset till the state adopts its standards?
Well, I would consider it, yes. I'm not going to do it right now, but
right.
As I go forward, I think that's a reasonable thing to consider. I know there are other things as the bill moves forward, and that certainly would be one, because it is a bridge.
Right. Good, thank you. And also, I guess, for the publishers and the last person in support with possible amendments, that you'll work with them. And
I absolutely will.
Right.
Both the idea of the language clarifying in terms of transitional and supplemental, that seems like a reasonable thing that really, again, we're not trying to make it more difficult. We're trying to deal with that bridge and make that transition easy so that when we have the full-blown process, that we have not penalized California students at that time, because they're going to be tested in this.
Right.
With that, I ask for your aye vote.
Okay. Senator.
Thank you. It's a good bill. I'd like to be added as a co-author. And
Certainly.
if it's not been moved, I'd like to move it.
I think it's been moved by 3 people now.
By 2 or 3 people, okay. I'll be the third.
Okay. Anybody? Any other senators? So the bill has been moved. I'm going to actually vote no right now till I see it in the amendments. So, Secretary.
But you understand it's a good bill.
I understand it's a good bill, and we'll review the amendments. And
Absolutely.
On the floor, yes.
Absolutely.
You just have a few things I have
Glad to
questions
hear
about.
that. Glad to hear
yes.
that. My vice chair.
All right, Secretary, call the roll.
It's due pass to appropriations. Lowenthal.
Aye.
Lowenthal, aye. Runner.
No.
Runner, no. Alquist.
Aye.
Alquist, aye. Blakesley. Hancock.
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff. Blue. Blue, aye. Price.
Aye.
Price, aye. Smidian. Smidian, aye. Vargas.
Aye.
Vargas, aye. 7-1, you have enough to get it out?
7-1, so it heads out of here with my quasi-support.
Okay, but
And it will
let's
be
hold
on
it
call
open.
as well. Yes,
Let's leave it
will
alone.
be on call as well.
Thank you.
For the members that are missing right now. Thank you. Good job. That was really quick. Half an hour for 2 bills.
So are we going to get to add on, open the roll?
Can the sergeants call the absent members? We're going to open the roll. Senator Huff, Senator Blakesley, to please return. I mean,
Are we going to start with number 1?
we're going to start with the bill on consent, SB 107, which is proposed consent with amendments. SB 107. Secretary, please call the absent members.
Alquist? Aye. Alquist, aye. Hancock?
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Huff? Semidion? Semidion, aye. Vargas?
Aye.
Vargas, aye. You have 9 votes.
That bill has 9 votes. I'm going to hold it open just for the other absent members. For Senator Huff?
Yeah, I don't know what's coming back.
You try to get Senator Huff and Senator Blakesley.
No?
Huff is not coming back?
Okay.
What happened to him?
He'll be back for the next meeting.
So that bill can go out.
Let's move on to,
That bill can go out. It's 9-0.
that bill has 9 votes. That bill is out. Let's move on to SB 114, Senator Yee. What's the roll? Will you please tell us what the vote is now?
It is 5-3.
Chair
And
voting,
the chair voting aye.
and the vice chair also.
Vice chair voting no.
Call the absent members.
Hancock.
Aye.
Hancock, aye. Semidion. Aye. Semidion, aye. It's 7-3.
That bill has 7 votes. That bill is out. Let's go to Lowenthal, SB 128, school facilities funding.
The chair voting aye. Vice chair no.
Present vote.
It is 6-1. Blakesley. Huff. Semidion. Semidion, aye.
Bill has 7 votes. That bill is
7-1.
7-1. That bill is out. Next bill, SB 140, Lowenthal. Present vote.
7-1. Chair voting aye. Vice chair no. Blakesley. Huff. That's it.
Bill has 7 votes. That bill is out. Last bill, SB 161, Senator Huff.
It's chair voting aye, vice chair aye, and the vote is 6-0. Alquist? Oh, she left. Price?
No, it's not 6-1. 6-1.
I'm sorry, 6-1.
6-1. Britain now.
Price? Semidion?
Bill has 6 votes. That bill is out. This hearing is adjourned. Thank you all for coming.